How you guys doing? A couple days ago I ordered a A136. It's the 2008 Knife of the Year from Emerson, and I actually thought they were all sold out, and I've been posting wanting to buy threads on the different forums to see if anybody would want to part with theirs. But I found out that they actually had a few in stock still, which I was kind of surprised. So I joined the Emerson Collectors Association just to get this knife, and I ordered it 2 days ago, and it arrived today. It is number 131. Number 31 of the 5 that were left. This was the lowest number. I didn't have any preference as to any number, numerical significance, but I just wanted to have one. That was the bottom line. And I am very glad I got this knife. I really liked the blade shape and the handle contours when I first saw pictures of it. It's kind of reminiscent of the Gentleman Jim as far as the blade. It's a little shorter. I don't know exactly the comparable dimensions for them. It's got the old pivot, which would make sense since this was in 2008. The newer pivots have the wider slot to fit a dime in there, and I was told it was designed that way to actually have a dime fit to tighten the pivot. This is older stock, and it's got the V-grind, little V-ground chisel, number 31, right there. It's got the brown G10, just like the 7Vs, the CQC 7Vs. It's pretty grippy. One thing that stands out is the thickness of this locking liner. I think it is 0.09 or 0.1 titanium, and it is, contrary to what a lot of people think about Emerson's fit and finish, I'm fine with it. It looks like I've got no complaints on this one. Not that I've had complaints with the others either. You do see some machine marks and all that, but that really doesn't bother me. It's got really early lockup. I guess this will break in a little while after I keep fondling it, and after I clean off the pivot, wipe off the whatever buildup that accumulates on there after breaking it in. It's going to become super smooth, I expect, just like my other Emersons that I've gotten. It's got the black clip, black hardware, no standoffs, which makes sense because only the newest models have standoffs. I actually prefer this G10 backspacer that they have on here. I don't know if this is actually G10, but it seems like it is. It's very comfortable in the hand. Ergos are kind of similar to the 7V with a thumb ramp and created by the Wave. It's pretty beefy. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be based on the first pictures I saw of it, which is also why I decided to get it. I've handled like the mini A100s and the mini 7s, and I thought they were too small. This is perfect. Can we get 7V to compare it to? Sorry about that. I guess I should have been more prepared. But this is the 7V that I have. And size-wise, this A136 is significantly longer. Although I don't know if you can see it clearly there. Pivot to pivot, the handle's longer, the blade's longer. Same G10 scales, the really grippy brown G10 scales that I really like. This is my pretty well used 7V that I've taken the bevel down to. I think this is around 15 or 16 degrees per side. Super smooth because it's well used, broken in, pivot's been cleaned out, and I expect the 136 to have the same smoothness after I clean out the pivot and open and close it, you know, a few dozen times. Yeah, I'm really liking this knife. It's got thicker locking liners than the 7V, which you can see over here. If you can see the differences. See there? The 136 definitely has the thicker liner. I think it's just as thick as my Journeyman, or it might be even thicker than the Journeyman. But this is looks like it's gonna be one of my favorite Emersons. I'm not gonna send it out to get customized like I do some of my Emersons, like this one over here. This is done by a USN member, Fast LS1 NOS, I think his name is. I got this because it was actually a really beat up 7 with the Coyote scales. I guess somebody had transplanted the scales onto a 7, but it was reground. I was told it was reground by Tom Crine. I actually met Tom Crine at the New York City Custom Knife Show yesterday, and I asked him why he wasn't doing regrinds anymore, and he said it just became so overwhelming. People would send him like 30 knives at a time, and he couldn't get to working on his own knives. And I don't blame him, you know, but he did a really good job with this. This has turned out to be one of my favorite Emersons to carry. It's an older 7. It's got the thinner liner stock on there, but he did a really good job on this. I guess it was a way to save the blade, which I liked so much after I got that other one. But this A136 definitely has a lot of the things I like about what I look for in a knife. I've found that when properly used in some circumstances, the chisel, the true chisel blade, works really well if you can get, you know, the motion right when you're cutting things. Whatever it is, cardboard, rope, you know, the heavy fiber reinforced tape, even, you know, cutting up like little dowels and carving out little notches in wood. The chisel works pretty well. You just have to, I guess, get used to it. But not in as much as the V grinds, which I found like I really like, because I'm predominantly right-handed when it comes to doing stuff like that. And this has that really nice V grind, just like in the CQC 10. It's got the same V grind with the left-hand chisel, which I guess, you know, it took me a little bit to get used to, but afterwards it was like your typical regularly ground knife. It's really sharp. It gets really sharp. I actually showed this to one of the guys at the Emerson booth yesterday, and he was very impressed with the work that Nat did on this one. And I am too. That's why I've sent him another knife to do. But this is gonna stay the way it is. Gonna carry it just as it is. And yeah, it's turning out to be one of my more favorite Emersons to carry. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you stay tuned to more unboxing videos I'm gonna have. Although that's not going to be in a couple of weeks, for some other thing I have coming from Fast LT1 NOS and another one from Thailand. Alrighty? Thanks a lot, guys. Until next time.